Hi, I am Sonja and I am here today with an unboxing, and then I'm also going to use the products and kind of give you my opinion of how they are. So I am on a journey to find all new makeup and skincare that is vegan and cruelty free. And I don't know like if you have the same problem that I do when I'm watching like TikTok or other YouTubers. I'm watching and I'm all excited about the products that they're talking about, and I think, oh my gosh, I want that, and then I find out that they're not cruelty free and vegan, and I feel sad. And a couple of the TikTokers that I really like, Erin and Michaela, they talk a lot about Charlotte Tilbury all the time, and I didn't think that there were any vegan products, but I went ahead and checked and there are. So I went ahead and spent a little bit more money than what I'm used to and picked up a few products, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got here. So this is the box. It has this little paper inside. It has a thing for virtual consultations and some like really pretty tissue paper. This is what's on the inside, so let's take a look here and see what I got. And I'm actually really excited to try some of these out. So the first thing I have is the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. And I was actually really excited to find out that this is vegan and cruelty free. Skin looks more radiant by up to 285%, long lasting pollution defense. I'm really excited to try it. I got 3 Cool is the color I got. Ooh, it's beautiful packaging. Beautiful skin and beautiful packaging. It's really nice. Let's see. Let's try some on my hand. Ooh, a lot came out. That looks like it's gonna be too dark for me. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Let's see. Get some right here. It actually looks it's not too dark. It just looks a little bit more like yellow than I usually do, but it blends in nice. So we will see. But that's beautiful. I'm excited to try. It's my fancy foundation now. Okay, so next we have is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. So I got this in Too Fair. You know what's so weird? Probably other people. I'm just behind on the times when it comes to makeup, but I'm sitting here going, this is what the Charlotte Tilbury one looks like, the Magic Away. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I have this one over here that looks extremely similar. Everything about it looks extremely similar. Okay, this is by Revolution Makeup. And I remember that this one, it's not that I don't like it, it felt like it was not so much like a concealer as more like an underlie illuminator, which I tend to not like those as much. So that's what this Revolution one is. So let's see how this is, if it's the same type of a premise. So it has like the same type of sponge, it's just a different design. Interesting. So I'm assuming it's the same thing, that I twist this, get the makeup up into it. Okay, there it goes. I had to twist this a lot, and then I had to really push down firmly to get it to start coming out. I mean, it's just like so weird. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Like, it matches my hand color almost perfectly, like almost perfectly. Let's try. I have this little like H mark. Let's see if I can cover that up. I covered it up. Look at that. But it is like kind of like glowy, like, if that makes sense. It looks like super glowy and like shimmery. Huh. I don't know. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm not gonna do it yet. So we will see about that as well. And sometimes if you're like, Sonja, that's been out forever. I can't believe you're just reviewing it now. This is what you need to understand about me with my makeup journey. So I grew up, I was born in 1973. So when I grew up, there weren't YouTube channels and influencers to tell people how to wear makeup. So what I did was basically take my blue eyeshadow, put that on with my blue eyeliner and my blue mascara, some pink blush, use my Aquanet on my hair and just went for it. And then in my 20s and 30s, makeup just wasn't overly important to me. As I got into my 30s, skincare started to become more important to me. And it was about, I guess, 6 years ago now, I joined an MLM that was actually really, really fun for me. And it really got me into learning more about makeup and skincare. And I started to actually learn how to apply makeup and different techniques. So when I decided to stop selling it, I realized my whole life I had not paid attention to all of this makeup. And you know, I always see these influencers say that they always loved makeup and they were so excited about makeup and they knew they wanted to do something with makeup. I never had that. It's just been something in my 40s that I've come to love. I'm 48, so it's like I said, 6 years ago I started to have a slight interest that started to grow more and more and more. And the reason why I was scared to leave my MLM was because that's what I knew. So when I got out of it, and I knew I wanted to find all new vegan and cruelty-free skincare and makeup, I just knew I wanted to share that with other people because I figured there had to be somebody else out there who could relate to me that doesn't know what kind of skincare and makeup to use and is just trying to figure it out. And this is just showing that you can be 48 and still learning about makeup. So anyways, that's enough about me for now. All right, so next is this. It's in a little bubble wrap, and it is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Powder, it says. So let's open this. Ooh, that's so fancy and so pretty. But look, it's so soft when I rub my finger on it. It is super soft. And then that little mark I have there in my hand that is still covered up nicely. Wow, that feels so good. Now I have to say, I don't use a ton of powder just because I do have mature skin, and using too much powder can settle in like creases and stuff. But I do like to use a little powder. I usually like to use more of like a loose powder, but we'll try this. So this will be fun and interesting. So yay, something else new. I like new things. Okay, let's see what else is here. I don't want this video to be too terribly long. So now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this came free with it all, I think, or I bought it just to get free shipping or something, I don't know. But it's Charlotte's Magic Cream, and I thought I got this for free because I remember I had to check and make sure that it was vegan. But it's instant turnaround moisturizer because it's super small. That's a weird smell. Oh, this is super thick. Like, it's like super thick. It feels actually really good. Okay, I wanted to read up on this magic cream really fast because I didn't remember a lot about it. And it's probably because I think this was a free sample, and this is $100 normally for 50 milliliters. And this that we have is 15 milliliters. So it's normally $100 for a 50 milliliter. That's the medium size container. So there's 30 milliliters, which would be double this amount. And the 30 milliliters for 2 times the amount of this is $64. That's a lot of money for a moisturizer. A lot of money for a moisturizer. And if you want to get the biggest one, which is 150 milliliters, it's $255. Oh my gosh. But the reason why I wanted to check on it was because it's super thick, and I actually really love that feeling. I don't know how this would be like on your skin for daytime. And it smells really perfumey. Like, I don't know. I don't really like the smell. But what I was wondering is if this would be really good around your eyes, because it's so nice and thick. And no, I don't know about this, because it's not even soaking into my skin. Like, it's just sitting on top of my skin. Really bad. It's not soaking in at all. This is weird. And it smells so strong. I'm glad this was free. I don't think I would ever pay the amount of money for this because I don't really like it. But one of the cool things is I love sustainability with any kind of a company. And it says online that if you have empty containers of the magic cream or magic eye cream, that you can send it back into them and receive 20% off, like a future purchase. So that's really cool that they're having you send these in so things can be reused to help our environment. So I love that. I'll put on the screen how much everything is, but I'm just curious for myself. Okay, so for the beautiful skin for this, it's $44. Yikes. That's not too terribly bad, but still it is $44. So hopefully I love it. Okay, the Magic Away is $32. I hope I love all of this. And then, okay, so for the airbrush flawless finish, this is 20. Oh no, wait, that's for a travel size. It's $45. I hope I love all of this. I really do. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna do my eyes, and then I'm gonna come back and do my foundation and my face and all of that, and we'll see what we think, and I'll let you guys know. So I'll be back in just a little bit with my eyes all done. Hey, I am back. I did my eyes. I did not do my eyebrows yet. I like to do my eyebrows after my foundation just because I tend to be messy with my foundation, I feel like, at least. So let's go ahead and give this foundation a try. I usually like to color correct with a green concealer. I tend to have like a lot of pink undertones, so I like to like neutralize that and then cover up any blemishes with a green concealer. And I am going to keep myself from doing that, even though I really desperately want to. And I have my little palette that I'm going to go ahead this time and put a pump of this right onto the palette. Just doing one pump to see how far it goes. And maybe what I'll do is I'll try this concealer in a few of those spots, I guess. I don't know. Let's just try that in some of the little areas and see how well it does. This is just like a weird concealer. What I don't like about it is very thick. And the older I get, the more mature my skin is. Thinner foundations, thinner formulas with my foundation or concealer tend to work a little bit better for me because they don't settle into the creases of my face. But we'll just try this. I'm feeling not very hopeful because I don't know, I just am not. You know what, I have this like little e.l.f. stippling brush. I want to try it. I like to stipple. I've never used this brush before, so I'm going to try it in this foundation and just see how it works. And should have got a sponge in case the sponge works better. Oh, this brush may not be the best. Okay, I can see why somebody would like this because, let me zoom you in, hold on. Okay, I can see why somebody might really like this foundation because it does look really nice on my skin. Like really, really nice. It actually looks really smooth and I really like it. Okay, let's try over here where I had those blemishes areas and try it. and I don't like to cake on a lot of foundation. I've never liked a ton of foundation, but especially the older I get. I don't mind my skin as much as I did when I was younger. I embraced the flaws. This is actually really nice. Okay, I have like a bigger pimple back here that I really didn't use the concealer on, so let's try this back here. I usually don't put a ton of foundation this close to my hairline because I tend to have a hairier face, and so I don't like foundation to collect there, but we'll try it. It's all just to learn. I feel like I'm putting on a lot of foundation and that's still showing there. I feel like my screen is super like yellow. I don't love this color on me. I feel like it's either too dark or too yellow or too something. I feel like if the color wasn't so dark, I mean, it definitely is too dark for me. And you can see it like down here. I do like my new backdrop. I went with plain white, hoping that would help me. I'm trying to figure out how to be better in this new environment I'm in. So one pump has used almost my whole face. I haven't done my forehead yet. And I put a little bit more on this cheek, trying to cover this up than I normally would. So I'm gonna add, so I ran out, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I'm gonna try to do like a half, no, it just kind of comes out fast. But that wasn't a whole pump, so. All right, so let's do this. Just doesn't, it goes on nice, it looks nice, it's too dark for me. This is not like the best color for me. And I feel like it just like sits right on my face. And I feel like my lighting is just not good. I just don't like how thick the formula is. Okay. And normally my favorite foundation is the KVD True Portrait. I love this. It's nice and it has a thin consistency. It covers well, but it also works really well with my mature skin. And I really, really love to mix that with, where is it? Ah, here it is. My e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I kind of mix a little bit of the two together and get that around my eyes. It does really well. It doesn't settle into the creases. It works well with my mature skin. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to use this magic away under my eyes, and I'm very nervous about it. Very nervous. So maybe I should zoom you in. I'm scared. Okay, let's see. All right. It's not very precise. Like you would think with this tip and stuff that it would be really super precise. But what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get a brush. So I was hoping I could just use this soft sponge to tap it in, but I'm not gonna be able to. Let's get like a little concealer brush and it's like just sticking in place. Like it's sticking right exactly where I put it. I can see how somebody would really, really love this. Like really love it. I like something that's a little thinner. That's just what I'm used to. If you're like thicker, a little heavier type makeup, you'd probably like this. I just don't feel like I'm cleaning up around my eyes as well as I normally do. I feel like everything is so dark and the colors I got are super dark. I just feel like it's all so dark. And I feel like I need something lighter around my eyes. I really do. I have to tell you, I am not loving this. I mean, like, this feels fine. It looks fine. It's just too dark. I want to try this Revolution one under my eye because it's like a lightener, and I really felt like it did lighten my eyes. I don't like these because you have to keep twisting it to get it out. Let's try this under one eye and see if it lightens it up a little bit. Oh, and I can feel the difference. It feels nice and it's a little bit thinner. And oh, it's really a lot thinner. I put too much on. That's all right. See, because this one's called Eye Bright. So it's to brighten your eyes. And you see, that settled fine in my creases. I feel like this eye, I don't know if you can see right here, that that concealer just settled in like these places. Yeah, look at this. It's totally creasing. It looks horrible. It makes me look so much older on this eye. Do you see what I mean? It's like highlighting the baggy areas of my eye. And you go over here where I use the Revolution one, and it's thinner and it just like smoothed all of that out. Do you see what I mean? This makes my bags look more predominant, and this one kind of made my skin look smoother. I definitely don't like that concealer. I definitely don't like it at all. Not at all. I think if I had a big old zit and I was gonna go do something, I would, oh, I can't stand this. I could see myself using that to cover it up. Okay, so I used this Revolution on this eye too. I'm just gonna use my fingers just to tap it in. And look, you can see how that already like fixed that. I totally fixed it. That's like, that's why you can't always watch people who are super young using all of these products, because they don't know what happens with mature skin. So that's so funny to me. This eye looks so much better with the Revolution stick. So I didn't plan on doing a comparison because I didn't know they were so similar, like looking, packaging, but the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away is not as good as the Revolution Bright Eye if you're using it on your eyes. This has a super nice thin formula that works so good on mature skin around there. Love it. I don't like this. I feel upset that I bought it. Ugh. But let's just go ahead and try now this powder. I used a little bit on my eyes. I used my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer on my eyelids before I put on my eye makeup, and then I used this powder. Like, you barely have to touch it and the powder just comes flaking everywhere, like everywhere. So I don't want to like make a huge mess, but usually when I use powder on my face, I don't use a lot. I barely put any on the brush, and I just do like a quick set all over, and I use very little because I don't want it to like stay in all of those fine lines and creases and make me look weird. So I don't feel like this worked at all. I feel like I have to use a lot. I feel like I'm gonna have to use more. Okay, if you're younger and you like to set powder around your eyes, I could see how this would be nice. Because it actually made it look so good and it feels so soft, but I'm concerned what that will do long term under my eyes. This just still all feels like dewy and not set. Ah. Let's use like a denser brush to put the powder on. what I'm gonna do, I'll leave this side of my face set the way I always do it, and this side I'm gonna put more on than what I would ever do. We can kind of see. Okay, I mean, this side definitely feels better. This side feels like really like tacky to the touch, and this side feels like how I'm used to my skin feeling. So the foundation, you definitely have to set it with the powder. And I have to tell you though, the side I set with the powder I actually really like. I don't know if you can see, this side just doesn't look done, and I can see creasing around my mouth. This side, it looks better, and it looks smoother, it feels smoother. That's interesting. And look, even my eye looks really good, doesn't it? Maybe I should set my whole face. Should we do that? I say let's do it. Why not, right? Okay, I never can use this much powder under my eyes. Never, never. That's really awesome. I actually really like it. Okay. The powder made up for things. I definitely don't like the concealer still. Foundation, I would like to try it again. I like that. I actually like it. I actually think it looks really good. I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna do my brows, put some blush and, you know, bronzer, all of that on, some lipstick, and then I'll be right back, so hold on. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna do like a wear test on this one because it's quite frankly the end of the day. Sorry, I meant to do this earlier, but life. But I went ahead and finished my makeup. I'll put all of the products I use down below in the description so you can check them out. Even the ones I didn't show you, I'll put down there. I actually really love this. When I got done and I put my mirror right in front of me so I could see, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So I would say yes for the foundation, yes for the powder. The concealer I would totally pass on for my skin. Now, if you have different skin than me and different needs than me, like my needs aren't for a very thick full coverage concealer. I really want something that's more gonna smooth things out. I really just believe more and less is more. So it's not my favorite concealer. Like I said, if I have a huge pimple and maybe going to do pictures or something, then there's a chance that maybe I would use that concealer again, but I just don't think I'm going to. I definitely like that Revolution one so much better. But the foundation, the powder, if I would have gotten the correct match with foundation, I would have loved it even more. But when I look in the mirror, I'm just really pleased with the way my skin looks, and I am so surprised that I was able to use that much powder on my face and it looks good, that it's not settling into the creases, that it smoothed things out. I love that. So I really enjoyed this. Trying to zoom back a little. I really enjoyed this. This was super fun, and yes, just keep watching. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please click the notification bell so you know when I get new videos. And I have to say, people, when you do comment, I listen. I have actually ordered lots of the things that you guys have suggested. So I have eye cream video that's coming, a mascara, and eyeshadow, like lots of fun things. So please keep comments coming. I love positive comments, and let me know if there's more things that are vegan and cruelty free that you think I should try. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.